Hi everyone. It's a lovely fall day today, so I took my camera out and took some photos that I want to share with you. It's just an absolutely gorgeous change of seasons happening up here in Canada. This is a look at part of the fairgrounds in the city where I live. Down the street to it is a geared to income housing development. It wouldn't be that bad living there and having this for the apartments facing east. This is another look. It's just amazing the height of the tree on the right in comparison with the housing. This particular tree has already lost its leaves. This shouldn't have surprised me. My yard is covered with them, and that needs taken care of. It's another one, and I want to draw your attention to where the mouse is pointing at right here. It's always fascinating catching the nests in trees during the change of seasons. This photograph is one of the long-term care homes. In common language, a nursing home. It's also exceptionally gorgeous. These trees are part of a group of apartment buildings. They remind me of the evergreen tree that's on my property that I planted in memory of my grandma. I've now changed directions and am heading back the way I came, and this caught my attention. It's outside the long-term care home. I also enjoyed sort of the shrubbery that I was seeing and wanted to grab a picture of these two to share. It always interests me when I see trees like this. What I want you to see is where I'm pointing at right now with the mouse. What you're seeing over here on the right side is the electricity transmission lines. I would expect that that's been pruned at some point for making electricity safe, or not interfering at least with the transmission lines. This is outside the Salvation Army Church. This is the shrubs outside the nursing home that I was showing a minute ago. I enjoyed seeing them, and I enjoyed the striking view against the roof as well. The name of the long-term care facility is Belmont. This is one of their maple trees out front. This is the driveway entrance to the facility. This is just on the city property across the street from where I was driving. This is another tree. I wanted to point out where I'm pointing at the different shaded green. That's the the older pine needles. And then there's this lighter shade that's almost teal. It's interesting to see how much it grows in a year. I grabbed this one because I wanted to share with you that the pine cones hadn't fell off the tree yet. This is shrubbery in front of someone's home. I thought the colors of this one were really pretty to look at. When I took this photo, it was already with the sun already starting to set. And you can see that with the shadow line being up here, the sun's starting to go down. I do like these shades of orange. In fact, after my 2007 surgery, I asked the people that I was staying with that were taking care of me if they would take me out for a drive so I could look around Ottawa, and see the different color trees and how pretty it is. I spotted this lighthouse replica lawn ornament on my drive and wanted to grab a picture of it as well. I thought this particular house was really pretty and thought it was worth sharing. Someone obviously is putting time and effort into their yard care maintenance. I thought this particularly looked festive. Thanksgiving up here in Canada, it's a few weeks ago now, but I liked seeing this still being up. This is just another look at the trees losing their leaves. This particular home, it's always in immaculate condition and always very festive. I don't pass it often, but when I do, it's always great looking at it and what the people do with their property. These are just some more of the taller trees. I live in an older area of town. There's a lot of very tall trees in this area. Where we're at now is into a commercial district with housing to the west of it. It's amazing to still see the bird feeders out there. My grandma had so much joy feeding the birds, and I completely understand why. Here's some more beautiful foliage of the trees. This photo is of the shrubbery outside the public works yard where I live. I took this photo of the planter and this second view so that anyone that's handy might consider making one for their yard. This is another family that it's always amazing seeing what's growing in that. This is one of the dance schools, and I thought these two flower pots were just stunning to look at. I want to pass the photo on to it. They might be able to add it to their Google profile or their social media. This is a look down one of the older streets in town. There were just so many large trees on there that it was just beautiful to capture. I see these trees and go down this particular or drive past this area. I'm on my way home, from grocery shopping, or if I'm heading up to Home Depot to grab some hardware for any of the things that I'm working on. I liked the shrubbery of this particular home. You know, it's just the richness of the colors is what grabbed my attention. When I got to this particular house, I just drove my wheelchair past two people walking a dog, and I said to them, "It seems like it's the dog walking you instead of the other way around." The dog was all excited with the different smells. And that is the last one I took of this batch. I hope you've enjoyed these photos. Have yourself a lovely day. Bye for now.